Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Good Heart New Zealand Philippines Foundation Charitable Trust, I would like to open the subject again for our overseas Filipino workers, their families, and also those who are already resident of New Zealand. The first topic that we will discuss is the will. When you are overseas, working here, away from your families, you wanted to tidy your affairs, make it in order by making a will. A will is a very important document and preparation for yourself and your families. By making a will, you are making sure that all your affairs are being listed, and that is what you wanted to do, whatever will happen to you. In the will, you have your families in your mind. If any insurance you have, any money you have, could not be accessed by your surviving family if there is no will. You have to go to the legal process of having a probate, or meaning somebody will have to administer a letter of administration in order to tidy your affairs. I would like to cite an example that someone passed away unexpectedly. He has an insurance, but because there was no will, the insurance will have to go to a probate. You have to hire a lawyer in order to do that. Or maybe if someone has the expertise, but it will still take some time. So while the body is lying at the funeral services, there's no way that any of the supporters, advocates, or workers, they can't do anything. And secondly, there is no authority for them to act on your behalf. So the payout will take quite a while. So a will is a very important document, plus anything that you own, your bank accounts, your cars, they are all a part of your will. So please make a will. We had always been advising and reminding you to make a will. Then, of course, you have an insurance. Think what is the appropriate insurance for you. If you have an accident insurance, it will only cover accident. What if you did not die of accident? What if you just say you just drop dead? You have high blood pressure or you have heart attack. That is not accident. It's not covered. And ACC will not cover you with that either. So think about a policy that will also cover those situations. Don't think about how much money you will pay, because the premium really is justified if you cover a lot of those things. So you might have life and trauma. Life, if you die in an accident, you're still covered because it's life. If you have an accident, you have ACC and you still have your policy. In trauma, if you have an accident, agency will cover, but only for a short period of time. Or maybe if you have life and trauma, if you have heart attack and you are incapacitated, you can't work, so that is covered by life, isn't it? Yeah, so choose the best policy for you. And next, if you have all those included in your will, I'm pretty sure that you have tidied your affairs in order. Next one is if you are an overseas Filipino worker, please do not forget that there are government help available for you, but if you are not a member, it is difficult for our government officials to help you because you are not a registered member. Citing, for example, is if you are an OWA member and you died or you pass away, your family has the right to demand from OWA all the help and support needed because you are a member. Just like with a union, you can demand from your union leaders the support in your work problems because you are a union member. With OWA, the government may extend their help to you, but it has to go to proper procedure, and they still have to request a fund for you because you are not a member. It will take some time, but if you are an OWA member, all they have to do is when they're requesting assistance for you is cite your membership number. That is the difference. And maybe now you will realize that being an OWA member is very, very important. The Philippine Embassy in Wellington and the Philippine Overseas Labor Office are working together to help you. The Philippine Embassy cannot do any fund request for you because they will be referred to the Philippine Overseas Labor Office. So I hope it is also a very clear situation for you. Next is your mental health. When you are an overseas Filipino worker, you think too much, you work too much. You think about work and you also think about families. And when there is a problem in the family, that also affects your working environment. So it is very important that if you think you are bothered by something, talk to someone. Talk to your friend, a very, very close friend you can trust. Talk to your minister or your priest. You can even talk to your doctor and tell how you feel. And there are also other outlets that you can do without even affecting your pocket. Or you don't have to spend anything. Drinking is not the answer to this. You might drown yourself in drinks, but when you wake up, the problem is still there. So join a certain organization or a certain sports club, like a basketball club, a hiking club, a badminton club, anything that after work on your days off, you have something to do different from your normal routine. And you can meet people that you might be able to share with. And socializing is one of that. By socializing, it doesn't have to be drinking. And when you're drinking, there's a big problem because you will drive, and that's another problem. When you had family issues, talk about it. I know some have probably uh, very heavy family issues like infidelity or maybe debt, marami utang, or maybe your children are problems, but they can be resolved. Do not overwork your mind because of the problem. If you overwork your mind, you are mentally stressed and you have a tendency not to think properly. So when you don't think properly, the last thing that we will know is that you kill yourself. And do you think it is worth it? It's not worth it. Not worth you killing yourself. Because at the end of the day, you just leave a lot of people unhappy. So, um, I think most OFW has a lot to sacrifice. We all know that. That is why we are here to help. Good Heart New Zealand Philippines Foundation Charitable Trust is a community group. We are not monetized. We don't have fundings. We did our work with our heart. Sometimes I spend my money for petrol just to go and see you, or I spend my money for my internet just to talk to you or research for you. I don't mind that. And so with my other trustees. My other trustee, Alice Lozano, has to spend hours researching. And did we realize that a researcher can demand a large amount of fees, but we don't get that? We are here because we wanted to help. We are here because we wanted your life here in New Zealand to be as happy as you can. My other trustee, Cora, sits on Lakindanom, is also trying her best to help people by advising them on their itinerary. However, sometimes people are just so cunning. They will ask the itinerary and whatever requirement, but they don't get tickets from her. And I think that's really unfair. Good Heart New Zealand Philippines Foundation Charitable Trust is supporting planet Earth. So please support us by getting your tickets from planet Earth. My other trustee, June Ibarra, is also busy contacting people, checking on their mental state. Currently, he had organized a group called Kamusta Kabayan. It is a group solely for socializing, and you can be a member of that group. It's a private group, so you need to be a member. And maybe you can chat maybe once a fortnight, or if you really have a pressing problem, do flick a message in private and we will be there for you. So you are both welcome in those groups. Kamusta Kabayan, flick us a message, or flick a message at Good Heart New Zealand Philippines Foundation Charitable Trust, or you can flick a message for me, because even in the late in the night I still answer messages, because I don't want you to hang on to the fact that you have sent a message and I have not responded. So the last 2 weeks has really been a very stressful situation because we had a lot of clients. So, but we are going to manage that. And I think Alice also will be going to Palmerston North to assist one of our overseas Filipino workers in his vehicle problem. So all of us at Good Heart New Zealand Philippines Foundation Charitable Trust are here to serve you. So I would just like to remind all of you, please make a will. Please make a choice and the best possible policy for you. In your insurance needs, I will recommend Peak Financial Services. I trusted them. And in your mental health problems, you can always reach out to a professional. We can refer you to some professional help. So to make your stay here more enjoyable and memorable. So this video I created for you as a reminder for you, and I hope that you get some lessons from it. So thank you for viewing, and then I would like to say good luck in everything. Be safe in your work and in your driving. And I look forward to a happy weekend. Thank you, everyone.